Hi guys, in this video I'm going to give you a garden update as well as make some focaccia bread a little bit later on, but for now here's my husband. We have a little bit of a time-lapse video to start, and he's just filling some mulch in the beds and doing some other things that we needed to get done, so enjoy. So we're filling the bottoms of these beds with some mulch because we have a lot of it, and then the rest of it's going to be the mushroom soil like this. We already had planted, and I used some sticks to just mark things out because I was lazy, but here we have, this will be some peas all along here, and then I did some radishes in this little 4x4 patch there, and then over with the 4 sticks here we have some turnips. These are going to be red beets, and these are going to be rainbow Swiss chard. And we'll go in here, we'll look at our seedlings, get an update on these guys. Shadow, don't eat anything. Alright, so in the greenhouse we have, see if I can extend you guys here a little bit. There's a lot of flies in here. I don't know how to get those out of here. Probably gonna have to get some fly strips. We have some of our eggplants here. And then we got our tomatoes. And their true leaves are coming on. Another tomato. It's looking a little, this one's looking a little leggy for some reason, but we can always fix that. You just plant it a little bit deeper. We got this big basil. I don't know how he's gonna do because he's not used to this, but I think he needs some water. And then there's those guys. That's our zucchini and our cucumbers. I think there's a bee trapped in here too, unfortunately. The marigolds. Oops, the marigolds. And some of the peppers are starting to bloom. And then the chamomile down there. Also, I planted a couple of things in this patch over here. Our neighbor tilled the soil yesterday for us with his tractor. He was super nice and came over and did that for us. And over there as well behind the mulch pile. But let's just look at some of these. So I know this is like a weird marking, but right here where the 2 sticks are, and those 2 sticks, I have some potatoes right in here. Back here we're going to do carrots. I do want to come out and put something to cover them. You're supposed to cover them until they germinate. And right in the front here, some green onions. And then right on the side here, where that stick is and that rock is, that's going to be chamomile. So the rest of this patch is pretty big. And we probably use less than 1/3 of it, so.
So since we had that stick situation going on for marking everything, I decided to use some of these paint sticks that I had in the garage to make little labels for the garden. And I had a fun time with it. I used some acrylic paint markers and made some really cute little labels here. So let me know which one is your favorite in the comments. I really liked the chamomile one, but they're all really cute. And then in later videos, I'll show you how they look in the garden. I did end up making a lot more of these, but here's the finished product of what I made that night.
All right, so today I have a couple of things that I am needing to do. I need to hard boil some eggs for Easter, but I'm also gonna try a simple focaccia recipe. And I have some other things that I'm going to throw in as well. I'm kind of wanting some chicken salad, and I have a couple of chicken thighs in there. So I'm just gonna be, cooking around the kitchen today, and I want you to come along with me. So I had a recipe that I found on my speaker, my Amazon speaker. I'm not gonna say her name, but I put a packet of active dry yeast in the bowl with a cup of lukewarm water, and then I'm about to put a teaspoon of sugar in as well. So I'm supposed to put this in here, sprinkle this in, mix it around a bit, and then I'm gonna let that sit for 15 to 20 minutes. All right, so we need 3 cups of flour. So I'm gonna do 9 scoops of this because this is a 1/3 cup. 1, 2, 3. All right, and then it wants me to add some garlic. Okay, and then we're gonna add some chopped fresh garlic. Get that all off of there. And then I'm also going to add some onion powder and some garlic powder. And about 5 tablespoons of olive oil divided, so I'm guessing it just wants me to put a little bit in right now, so I'm gonna put like that much. We're gonna just put our stand mixer down and mix it for about 10 minutes. Also supposed to add some salt in there, so I'm just gonna do that now. A decent amount of salt. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna get this off of the bowl, and I'm gonna oil the bowl. So try to get this off the dough hook as best we can here. And then I'm gonna try to prep as much of the dough as I can. And this is the size we have now. It's nice and soft. And I'm just gonna throw a little bit of oil in. They say to put it in a different bowl. I just make it from the same bowl because I'm gonna use a paper towel that I have, a clean paper towel, and I'm just gonna wipe the sides with the oil. Oil it. And what I do, I'm just gonna throw it back in the bowl. And it's a ball. I'm gonna just undo that. And I have these little covers that I had when I made sourdough. These little covers. And you just stretch them over it, and you're gonna let it sit for a couple hours and rise until it's doubled in size. So I'm gonna set it on my oven, like on my stove, and I'm just gonna let it sit there because I have the lights on and it's just warm enough to proof everything. So now I have my parchment lined aluminum pan. I'm going to drizzle some olive oil in the pan. They said to put it on a baking sheet. I just want it in here for the convenience. And then I'm gonna take a paper towel, or you could take your hand too. I just don't feel like getting my hand dirty. And I'm just gonna rub the oil all over the sides and the bottom, just so that my bread does not stick. And I think that's pretty good. And I'm gonna reuse this. So I'll just set it aside. I'm gonna take out my dough. It has definitely doubled in size, and you can see some of the air bubbles. It has a lot of air in it. Oh gosh, look at how it collapses. Look at that. So we are going to turn this out into the pan. Woo! That came right out of there. It's ready. And I'm just going to stretch it until it's a little bit flat. And it smells so garlicky. Use your hands to stretch it out. That's what the recipe says for the baking sheet. I just prefer to do it in here. So we're gonna see if that makes a difference or not. And this recipe says, you know, to preheat the oven right now and throw it in, but I'm actually gonna let it rise again because I want it to be really fluffy. So I'm gonna just put divots in it right now, just like this. All right, and then I have my garlic all in here. What I'm just going to do is cover it again. Maybe I'll brush a little bit of oil on the top. I'll dab some oil on the top for now. And then I'm gonna cover it and let it sit for another hour or so and see if it rises. So it has risen quite a bit since we had it on the stove. So what I'm going to do is I took the lid off and I'm going to drizzle some olive oil over the top, and I'm going to use my fingers to make divots. And you just push it down, and the olive oil is going to go into the divots and make a nice crispy crust. And then I have some dogs fighting around me. I'm just going to throw it in the oven at 425 for 20 to 30 minutes. And I will see when it comes out. And here it is. It came out so crispy and buttery. I did melt a little bit of butter over the top, and when you cut into it, it was very crumbly but still soft and moist. And I'm doing a voiceover because there are too many distractions going around us right now. And here's me tasting it, and honestly, it was so good. We ate it so fast. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. you.